Well, what a round it's been. Round 4 coming to a conclusion here this evening. Got two final teams to sum up the round, which has been a scintillating round of football. It's the Rabbitohs up against the Panthers here at Accor Stadium down in Sydney. And I'm Eddie Oliver, as always, ready to take you along this beautiful ride, joined by Parramatta Eels captain up the box, Anthony McDonald.
Hi, Eddie. It's good to be here tonight. Both of these teams came into the round sitting in top 8, both coming off very different results last week, but both hoping to stretch it out to a, well, they both want that 6 points and a catapult up into that top 4, Eddie.
You know, they absolutely do, and both sides have showed, good moments in their season so far, and also some individuals really stepping up. Riley Murray has been an absolute brilliant player at fullback for the Panthers, and then Will Kay in the 9. They're looking to have their combinations really sorted. Panthers coming into this. We know how dangerous the Panthers are, AMAC and the Rabbitohs. They're really going to want to try and have their game on here this evening.
Yeah, both of these teams, they have had runaway victories against other teams throughout the first couple of rounds. They've also experienced a couple of shock losses, or one shock loss each, I should say. So if these guys want to push further into the rest of this season, this will be a standout game for them to prove their mettle.
Absolutely. Two very classy teams up against one another here this evening at Accor. And the Panthers with first chance of the ball, lining up flat down the short side. And Bonsaka, who took his time, and a flat ball out to Leki Tua. I'm surprised that wasn't intercepted by the winger, but they're just short of the halfway. 30 for the Panthers, and I played out the back here to Preston Beats, who breaks away from one Rabbitohs defender and drives into the backfield, 35 out from the Rabbitohs line, and it will be fourth tackle. They go right, and Nilsson plays it out the back to Goat, and back on the inside of Will Kay, who gets a fend off the number 9. And into the red zone of the Rabbitohs. Off they go, the Panthers. Very dangerous signs here early from them. A slow player ball. They're taking their time. Murray's at the ruck. He grabs it down the right-hand side, and it's picked up by the outside centre. And a very good save there from the Rabbitohs, because that was looking very dangerous.
Yeah, the Panthers, they've just hit their chaps straight off the block today. They've come to play, and obviously they're spreading it all over the park. It wasn't their forwards or their backs. It was a good team combination to force their way up the field and really threaten the Rabbitohs there, Eddie. That
might be the formula to beating this Rabbitohs side this evening. It's going to take a bit more than individuals showing their flair. Maybe it's a team performance, a more well-rounded game of football they're going to look to produce here this evening, the Rabbitohs, and that's Kevin Walmsley. They're just playing the ball. Coven, my apologies, just on the 45-metre line inside of the Panthers half, and the Rabbitohs kick it downfield through Coleman. The return here from Dong Pongston, not going too far, brought down on the 15-metre mark. First tackle, here it is for the Panthers. They're inside their own half, and they'll go off here to McKinnon, who's trying to find his way through early, but that's a strong yardage carry there from the outside centre. Second now, they go left. K, short ball, Nepo Goat off to Rusty Shackelford, offload to Preston Beats, trying to beat away from some Rabbitohs, but they'll bring them down on the 35, and held and tackle penalty is going to get the Panthers out of their own half. The Rabbitohs just serve the Panthers a gift.
Yeah, unfortunate there, because the Rabbitohs, they were looking like they were going to have a good set of defence there. Unfortunately, just like last week, their errors ended up costing them, so hopefully that isn't a trend that continues into this game, Eddie.
Absolutely. TBK Bonsaka, who are going to play the ball inside of the 40-metre mark, and they'll go left, the cutout ball back to Preston Beats, trying to take on some outside backs out wide, the big prop. He'll get some good meters up inside of the 30-metre mark, and plenty of tackles to work with here. The Panthers in some very good territory. It's Moses Valentine with the ball to be brought down inside of that 30-metre line. They're set out down the left-hand side, and the ball out the back from Goat to Murray. He had his winger on the outside, but he held on to it, trying to swerve away from the defence, but they did well to converge. Now they come right, and it'll be Wakabayashi. Plays it off short back to the middle. Preston Beats a rampaging run up through the centre onto the 15-metre mark. And 27 metres gained here for the Rabbitohs, this set after the penalty. It'll be the grubber kick from Wakabayashi, picked up by Corey Bell, a beautiful try saver. There were some flat runners for the Panthers onto it, but they didn't let it get into the backfield.
Oh, and off goes Vin Meriton. It looks like the Rabbitohs.
Oh! Will Kay reading a pass back onto the inside, while the Rabbitohs were looking to try and get onto the front foot. But once again, the Panthers, and this has been the tell of the story for the first 8 odd minutes, are back inside of the Rabbitohs half, just 40 out from their own goal line. And they go back on the inside to Nepo Goat, who will be brought down on the 30. Third it is. They come right. The short ball to Preston Beats. Offload back to Wakabayashi. And driving just to the 10-metre mark now, Chris. And a slow play the ball. The Rabbitohs do slow it down. Fourth now. They come right. And Valentine. Cut out ball to Murray. He can't break away, though. Right hand to the upright in line. It's fifth tackle. 46 metres gained. Numbers out to the right-hand side. They pass it. The grabber from Nilsson. Picked up by Murphy. And fifth tackle end over there for the Panthers. The Rabbitohs, some good defence early, but they can't do that forever.
No, that's twice the Rabbitohs have almost set in a try through a couple of errors of their own. The Panthers, though, they're looking very dangerous as much as the Rabbitohs keep turning them away, Eddie.
Absolutely, if they can keep it up. Oh, here we go. Brilliant run from Butterfield. But once again, they turn the ball over the Rabbitohs. This is not good signs early because they're not able to hold on to the ball inside of their own half. How much more punishment can they deal? Because I don't know how much more they can take. Valentine now, up through the middle of the field. They're getting tired, these middle forwards. Back-to-back sets. This is the third one on their own goal line. How much more can they handle? In front of the sticks, Nepo go to play the ball. Kay's got either side to go. He'll choose to go to the left. And Rusty Shackelford now. The crash dive play, and they'll get them very close to the goal line here. What is Will Kay got up in the ruck? He'll go left once more. Flat ball to Beats. Nothing too constructive from the Panthers this set. Just looking to find their fifth tackle. They've been looking for the grubber. Will they go there once more? Wakabayashi and a knock on. And once more, the Rabbitohs hold on. But they need to complete a set here, Mac?
Well, that is phenomenal goal line defense here from the Rabbitohs, but they need to do more than that because, well, they're just going to exhaust themselves if they keep holding the Panthers out. And as we can see, Eddie, second tackle, they're still only 10 metres out.
I'll go left here, and Cove and Walmsley, probably the best run of the set so far. And here we go, a run from Corey Bell out of the ruck, but he's going to go nowhere. Brilliant defense, wrapping him up. Fourth now. They go right. Here comes the early kick. They're going to look for a 20-40. It's a brilliant strike of the ball. The fullback's coming, but it's just going to be too short by about 3 metres. A brilliant and a courageous attempt there from the number 7. Just unfortunately didn't have the distance on it.
Yeah, I mean, I respect the attempt at the kick. We haven't seen, well, we've only ever seen one 20-40 kicked, unfortunately, and the Rabbitohs, that was basically the only way they were going to get out of their half. So if they can keep a good defensive set here on the Panthers, they can try to win back some field possession, Eddie.
Absolutely. 10 over the halfway. Panthers with the ball in hand. Big shot laid out on the fullback. He wore it well, though, the number 1. They'll go left now, and the cutout ball from Nilsson. Linking back on the inside to Moses Valentine. He's had some strong carries up the middle of the field. How much more? We've been questioning it. How much more of the Rabbitohs got left? Murray now. Is he going to make him pay? A brilliant try saver made by Ryan Wilmot in the backfield. And straight in front of the uprights. Murray won't be in there for this fifth tackle option. It'll be fifth tackle, the bomb crossfield. They've gone grubbers all day. The first bomb here from the Panthers. But it gets beautifully taken by Jai Cologne on the 10-metre line. A brilliant try saver.
Yeah, again, the Rabbitohs able to hold the Panthers out against all the runner play here. About 6 minutes until some fresh legs come on. I feel this is probably what the Rabbitohs need if they can keep just powering on up the field here, Eddie.
Third tackle, and absolutely, they need some fresh legs out there. Wilmot now, not going to go anywhere. The play broke down pretty quickly, but they still tried to offload it to the fullback for their Hail Mary. But now they'll go right, and off here to Magic. And Luca Magic there, brought down on fifth tackle. Fifth it is on their own 30 here, the Rabbitohs. They've just been in their own half this whole time, and it's Coven Walmsley for a very good kick downfield. But Murray on the kick return is very dangerous. Watch out. Murray, he breaks away from one. Can't break away from the second. They'll bring him down. And they're 10 metres inside of the Rabbitohs half again, the Panthers. They've got so much attacking flair. Well, let's see if they can use it now. They've had a multitude of opportunities, but once more, they haven't been able to find the line. This is what has been holding them back at the moment. Kane Nilsson, a strong run there from the number 7 one-on-one. Looking for the quick play of the ball. Will Kay is going to go right. And Goat plays it short off to Murphy. Brought down on the 20-meter line. It is fourth tackle now. Deep out to the left-hand side. Will K goes himself, and they're up quickly for it. The Rabbitohs realizing that they were a marker down. And 59 gained here for the Panthers. Nepo Goat puts in the grubber, but it's covered up beautifully by the prop forward coming towards the end of his stint. Oh, Papa, brilliant save.
I really, really respect the Rabbitohs at the moment, Eddie. They have turned away, I think 5 I'm counting at the moment.
Oh, and there's the reward.
The frustration from the Panthers, unable to get across the line, is already paying dividends. And this is going to be one hell of a piggyback up the field for the Rabbits.
You spoke about it right there, Amac. Frustration, not being able to get things to work like you want in your head. And a very, very costly penalty given away from the Panthers there. But the Rabbitohs, they do need to hold on to the ball. Corey Bell now goes for a good run through the ruck, trying to get this Rabbitohs side onto the front foot. Second now. And numbers out to the right. They're going to spread it early, looking for their fullback. There's Wilmot with the ball. He gets into the backfield. He needs to beat Murray. He turns him around. The cover's coming, though, for the Panthers, but it won't be quick enough. They try and get to the ball to knock it out, but Ryan Wilmot is just absolutely turned and put this side onto his back and scored the first try at home.
Well, look at that. Just turning Riley Murray around inside out like it's nothing. We have him going over Wilmot. He basically almost held the entire team on his back, almost making a comeback last game. And here he is launching himself out of 20 minutes of nothing but defense into all-out attack here, Eddie. It's wonderful to see.
And he did well to improve the position for his own goal kick. Very smart there from the number 1. He could have just got to the line, but no, he went, I'm going to go as far as I can. And he nearly got caught, but it has worked out for him. And he looked a bit tired too towards the end of that run, AMAC. They've done a lot of defense, but you'd have to think the Panthers' first defensive set under pressure, and they just fold instantly.
Yeah, what you have to remember, though, is we had almost 20 minutes full of non-stop, no stoppages, really. So whilst the Rabbitohs were just nothing but defense and probably tired out something fierce, all that attack from the Panthers probably did the same thing for them. So as soon as they had to turn around and defend, they probably weren't ready for it. So this will be a very telling set because the Rabbitohs, they'll be the first to receive some prop interchanges to bolster up their forces.
Short ball there, and talking about the props, there's his final run there. They'll go left once more, and it's Coven Walmsley. Winding it upfield, brought down on that 40-meter mark. Third it is now, and they'll go left. Oh, no, they won't. Bell will go for a scoot out of dummy half. He gets rid of one. That's a strong run there from the number 9. And once more inside of the Panthers half here, the Rabbitohs. Wilmot scooting around, trying to find some more room, but Will K's up to it. A good tackle there from the hooker. They'll send it into the pocket. A good kick chase here from the Rabbitohs is needed to hold off Lecky Tua, who is very dangerous. Tua, look at the tackle here, though, from Ryan Wilmot to bring him down the last line of defense. Very well done. Oh, Montakahu now straight through. There's some fresh legs on the field, and a 6 more as well. Harrison Coward picking up the ball for the Panthers. They looked for the pass, and they got the luxury there, the Panthers. Montakahu now brought down on the 30 with a fresh set of tackles for the Panthers to use. Wakabashi now out to Moses Valentine. He gets into the backfield. Going to be brought down on the 15-meter line. Second now, the Panthers. They'll come right, and the ball's been in play for a little bit now. Short ball, Nepo Goat. That's a brilliant play from the Panthers. Just a beautiful interchange of passing through the middle of the field, putting the big man through, and he finds the line as well in full stride.
Well, it had to happen. It was only a matter of time, and the fact that it took this long is, well, probably a little bit surprising to Captain Riley Murray, but he will be glad that he is over, and of course, it had to be the GOAT.
Absolutely. Nepo Goat finding the line for the first try scorer for the Panthers this evening. And the right-footed Riley Murray to convert the try straight over the black dot. A good strike there from him. 6 points all here at a core. And AMAC, both sides finally finding points on the board, and it looks like that it's opened up the attacking flair and as well for both sides.
Yeah, it was a pretty good pass out to Nepo Goat as well. From the looks of it, it looks like Dylan Sharp went for the intercept and just overshot a bit too much. And, well, that gap in the line, that was just enough for the big old lock to get his way through. So we've got about 17 minutes left in this first half, and it's going to be very interesting to see how the Rabbitohs hit back after that disappointing set there, Eddie.
Absolutely. I know Sharpie's got some pace, but you just want to make your tackle first before you go for the all-or-nothing play. And unfortunately, it did give away a try. Will Kane out of the ruck. The offload back to Nepo Goat. He gets absolutely whacked, and I think that might be Dylan Sharp there who missed the tackle on him. They'll go right now. Wakabayashi out the back to Robbo Mobiston. But he'll be very well handled. 3 Rabbitohs defenders in the tackle. Up on the halfway for the Panthers. Third tackle. They'll go right. And Nielsen just holds onto the ball. He had Murray lurking up on his inside, trying to use him as a decoy, but they didn't fall for it. 10 over the halfway, 40 out from the Rabbitohs line. Nepo Goat just winding it up into the grill of the Rabbitohs. And this will bring about 5th tackle. 15 minutes to go in this first half. 59 gain for the Panthers in the punt downfield from Nilsson to be taken here by the winger in Luka Magic. And he'll try and take on Riley Murray, and he does a good job to stay in the field to play as well, the winger.
I like Luka Magic out there on the wing. He absolutely punished us Eels when we versed him a couple of weeks back. And unfortunately for him, the Panthers, they've been able to lock him down something tight so far. In fact, they've been able to lock down everyone but Wilmot at the moment.
Absolutely. They'll go back onto the inside. And talking about Wilmot, that's a strong run there. Getting around the original defender, but not going to go too much further. Short side, low, passes it off to Murray, and Dylan Murray can't really find much more than that. 35 out. They'll have to play the ball for 5th tackle, the Rabbitohs. The punt downfield to come from Coven Walmsley. Ricochets into the back of one of his own players. And 5th tackle turnover, 40 out from their own line. Panthers get the ball.
And again, some of the errors creeping back in. The Rabbitohs were lucky to get away with that one because if a Panthers player had picked up that ball, they would have had nothing but clear sailing all the way to the goal line. So with 13 minutes left, 6 points all. Something needs to change. Well, because the Panthers, they look like they're working back the ascendancy here.
Wakabayashi now out to Robbo Mobiston. And he's going to break one. He'll break another 2. That's a good run there from the interchange prop forward, bringing some X factor, something that they've needed since the original starting props have gone off. They'll play it at the back. Wakabayashi. Oh, there's a hole there for him, but he got brought down by the ankles. The Rabbitohs just holding on. 4th now. They'll go right. Nepo Goat straight through the middle, getting rid of one. Brilliant run from the lock forward, but it'll bring about the end of their set here, the Panthers. Into the pocket it goes, and the bomb from Wakabayashi crossfield. Numbers there from both sides. He gets taken by Lachlan McKinnon, but he won't go too far. Brought down on his own 10-meter line. Rabbitohs hold on once more.
Yep. You'd think that those legs are absolutely screaming at the moment, but somehow the Rabbitohs are holding on. I don't know if they can score another one unless the Panthers make a bit of a mistake before half-time. But going into half-time at 6-all probably won't be too much of an issue, considering the possession stats are going to be very heavily weighted in Penrith's favour, Eddie.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. But something that the Rabbitohs are going to have to look at for the second half will definitely be their completion. If you can't fix that up or improve it, and the Panthers will come back at the end of the day to bite you in the back end, because this is that defense is going to tell the tale towards the back end of that second half. It will hit them hard. And if they're not in the game by then, well, you might as well shut the gate. But they've got some time still. Riley Murray for the kick return. Straight around, but good cover there from the Rabbitohs. And he's looking electric, hasn't he, AMAC? Murray hasn't had much involvement so far, but by the looks of it, he's got a lot of energy in the tank.
No, Murray's basically the try scorer of the Panthers at the moment, although he's proving to be a little bit of a Brody, one of those Penrith stalwarts that we used to have, where you would turn it on for one game and turn it off for another one, unfortunately. So if Riley Murray can start firing for the rest of this game, then there is no question that the Panthers will run away with it.
And in good field position, the Rabbitohs get the ball back. Unfortunately, the Panthers turning it over. Freeburn not doing too much with it, and that could be one of his first touches as well. Kevin Dixon now driving it upfield to be driving up to that 40-meter mark. 3rd it is now. Rabbitohs looking at send it back down the short side, and the cutout ball off here to Freeburn. There he is, Freeburn. He goes straight around Murray, but he gets back into his position at fullback. 4th here it is. They'll play it out the back. Coleman off here now to Coven Walmsley. And Coven there just wanting to get to the ground, looking very tired, the lock forward. They'll go left. They'll hand it off. They'll go through the hands. They look for Wilmot. He grubbers it too deep, though, just getting ahead of himself, the number 1. and just a bit too much and a bit too much on that grubber kick.
Yeah, I think they got a little bit excited with themselves there. They had the right idea as spreading and running it on the 5th because the Panthers, they were not expecting a spread out wide. And unfortunately, Wilmot tipped it onto the boot and just, it was way too heavy for them. So, here come the Panthers with what looks like to be one hell of an easy set up the field again.
Nepo Goat. It'll be brought down just outside of the 40. It's third. 6.5 go till halftime. And Trayvon Takahu's, he's done a lot of work, TBK. His carries have always been enormous, and they get a lot of yardage for his side. Murray now trying to find the backfield. He breaks away from one tackle. That's a better run from the fullback to involve himself. But once again, he won't be in this 5th tackle play. They'll go left, and it will be Goat putting up the bomb. And Luka Magic's underneath it for the Rabbitohs, and he takes it brilliantly, the winger. A strong take, but the Panthers have the Rabbitohs where they want them, deep inside of their own half.
Yeah, again, as we've said, this halftime interchange is going to be absolutely crucial to the Rabbitohs. They need to make the right substitutions and get some fresh legs out on the field because, well, they're not really being able to do anything attack-wise to puncture the Panthers. They've had to rely on the Panthers making a mistake, and that is not a way to win footy at all, Eddie.
No, absolutely not. Up on the 30, it's 4th tackle. Corey Bell looking to go left, but he'll go himself up the ruck, looking very tired, and he's not thinking straight as well, the number 9. You would have thought he would have passed it. But 5th tackle, Coleman passes it for Jaya Cologne to kick it downfield, and Lecky Tour for the kick return. Oh, they did a good job to wrap him up. Inside of the 30, it's first. Now play it flat down the short side, Will K. The cutout ball from TBK off to Wakabayashi, and it'll be dragged down just short of the halfway mark. 2nd tackle, they'll go right, and the ball off here now to Harrison Coward. Inside of the Rabbitohs half, Panthers with the ball, trying to get it going now to Robbo Mobiston. Halves and playmakers talking to each other in the backfield to organise the attacking structure, and they'll go right. Nelson plays it off short to Nepo Goat. And not doing too much with the set. They'll bring around 5th tackle here, the Panthers. They've got players in the pocket. They're going to look for the grubber. Wakabayashi. Numbers coming through. Picked up by TBK. And they called not played at there by the Rabbitohs. And I believe that is the correct decision.
Yeah, you said it just then, Eddie. They didn't do too much with it. They were a bit conservative that set. They were just punching up the gut with one-off forward passes. But I don't mind that 2 minutes out from the half. It's 6-all. Both teams have been really exhausted by the intensity of the game so far. And, well, like we saw with the Eels game, we don't want an injury going into the halftime break.
No, absolutely we don't. We're going to get those players into the sheds and recuperate the legs. And Joshua Lowe there with the run up over the 40-meter mark. A minute and a bit to go. Back down the short side. Luka Magic. He goes straight through. He just needed to beat Murray, but he did a very good job to make a try-saving tackle, the fullback. And the wingers getting back for the Panthers. Here comes the kick here now from the number 7. Oh! And Lecky Tour for the kick return. Very well placed. Seconds to go. The Panthers will finish off with the ball here in this first half. Oh, hang on. Corey Bell's pulled up pretty tight after that. He had a leg on it on his hamstring, I believe, or a thigh. I'm not too sure. We'll have to get word at halftime, but he's not looking or moving very well out there. Talking about halftime, here it is, 6-all. We'll see you very shortly in the second half. Beautiful. Welcome back here to the second half on SRL TV. Only 40 minutes remain, not in just this game, but also round 4, slowly coming to a conclusion here of this season 1. And going into the sheds, both sides up 6 points to all. And me and AMAC, we got into the stats and we had a brilliant talk about what we think both sides need to do in the second half. Eddie Oliver, as always. Anthony McDonald joining me. Your thoughts on that first half?
Yeah, unsurprisingly, the Panthers, they had the majority of the ball. Possession was 60% their way. Yet, for some reason, both sides had almost perfect completions. They both completed 11 out of 13, which is phenomenal considering how much ball the Panthers had. Other than that, Corey Bell sensationally injured himself with seconds left on the clock. We've just had word from the ground staff that he is sitting out for the rest of the night. So the number 9 for the Rabbitohs will not be back on the field, Eddie.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He won't be. He's out. Pulled something, I believe it was a thigh strain. so he won't be back. Well, we might see him off the bench next week, and Luka Magic there to play the ball up on the halfway mark. And the punt downfield from Tyson. Now, the Rabbitohs, they defended 5 sets all consecutively back-to-back from one another in that first half. The Panthers didn't score once. They came away from 6 points after a 6 again. The Panthers have to work on their attack. Oh my gosh, a 6 again. And Will K's off now for a foot race. And he'll break one tackle. He'll be brought down on the 35-meter mark. Well, this is maybe what the Panthers need to get their attack alive. They just need to find some points. Because you just feel like there's so much in this so many points in this Panthers side. And can the Rabbitohs hold on? Will K fending off one. And getting up very slowly was a Rabbitohs defender. Just getting onside now. They'll go right. Wakabayashi pull down short. And this will bring about third tackle. The Panthers still a lot of room to work with. And plenty of tackles left. They go right. Big hole. Out the back. Jimmy Ralph will be held up on the left-hand upright. They've got numbers deep out to the right. They'll play it off to Kane Nielsen. They had a player out the back, but they played the short man there, Will K. He goes into the pocket, out the back to Wakabayashi to put the bomb up into the air. A brilliant bomb, but it might be a bit too deep there. And Luka Magic, brilliant take there from the winger. Ted McDonald coming into that number 9 spot there for Corey Bell for the rest of the second half.
Yeah, shades of the first half there, ready. And oh, here we go. Well, the last time the Panthers gave away a held-in tackle, the Rabbitohs screamed off up the field and scored. And well, I think Riley Murray's boys, they will not be wanting that to happen again here, Eddie.
And they've got some fresh legs out there on the field as well. Only very early stages of the second half here for the Rabbitohs. If they were going to try and score some points, it's now or never. Coleman out the back to Butterfield. The offload now to Freeburn, who does get around one, but the inside cover of the Panthers does well just to hold them on their own 30-meter line. They'll go right, and here he comes, Ryan Wilmot. Dangerous number 1 for the Rabbitohs. It is third. And McDonald will go right. And Coleman plays it underneath to Butterfield. And Joshua Butterfield to be brought down just on that 10-meter mark. McDonald out of the ruck. Brought down the far left-hand upright. It's 5th. 49 gained here for the Rabbitohs. They put it into the pocket. The grab a kick from Coleman. Chase is coming. He absolutely dives on it there. Huxley hit Vin. A beautifully worked and orchestrated try there from the halves of the Rabbitohs.
Yeah, that's absolutely phenomenal ball work there from the Rabbitohs. That's exactly... We've seen a couple of times this season where that kick hasn't quite come off and the attacking player has dived on it just short of the line, but Vin Meriton waited for it to scream itself over, and all the Panthers could do was hold their hands up on their heads because here we go with the Souths back in front once more, Eddie.
Oh, how about the courage of Vin Meriton there just to get the ball and dive onto it. No care in the world for his own body or for his own state of mind. He just wanted that try. And the conversion takes him up 6 points ahead of the Panthers from Ryan Wilmot converting at home. Well, that's a big boost for the rest of the second half, Mac, because the Rabbits, they are up for the first time in this game. Oh, yep, my apologies. No, they're not.
Well, the exact same thing as the first half. A Panthers error jumped on by Rabbitohs side with a bit more fresh legs this time. So 30 minutes left. If the Rabbitohs can just hold on and keep things going, keep the errors out of their own game, they might just find themselves with 2 competition points at the end of this one, Eddie.
They might as well, and it's good to see Mike Tyson back out there on the field. He didn't get much ball in that first stint. But looking to get some more in this second attempt. McDonald goes out left. The short ball off to Manning. And off he goes for a good run there, Finn Manning. Brought down up on the halfway mark. No fullback at home here. So if they find a line break, well, maybe watch out. They go to Wilmot. He's into the backfield, but we all know how quick Murray is. He was back there to cover up. 5th here now for the Rabbitohs. And deep inside the pocket is Vin Meriton to punt it downfield. And to be taken here by Lecky Tua. Tua now, a strong carry, but the centres for the Rabbitohs have been doing a brilliant job at stopping the back 3 of the Panthers so far in this game, Mac.
Yeah, not only have they held Riley Murray scoreless, which is surprising considering he scores almost every time he plays. Oh, there we go.
And that we saw signs of frustration in that first half with the penalty given away. But there's a bit more in the attack. They've thrown a lot at this Panthers defense, and they've only got 6 points. And now they're down. Scoreboard pressure is a thing, ladies and gentlemen. And the Panthers are experiencing a bit of that right now. And the Rabbitohs, they have another opportunity here to increase this lead. They go left once more off to Mike Tyson. In front of the sticks. Ted McDonald at the ruck for the 5th tackle. He's got numbers either side, but he's got Coleman out to the left. He'll go to him. He can't find the grub. It's picked up by Nepo Goes. And I thought the big man would have been off for a bit longer of a run there, but they bring him down very quickly.
Yeah, well, here we go as TBK screams off up the field again. The Rabbitohs had the right idea of trying to punch up the field, but they did not execute how they should have there. They got a little bit excited, I think. So hopefully they don't rue that missed opportunity in the back end of this game, Eddie.
Yeah, Trey Bontakau running for 130 meters in that first half of football, out the second row, out into the centers, trying to add a bit more of a punch for the outside backs. And Turner now, Matt Turner, driving it up, coming off the bench at number 17. 45 out from their own line, the Rabbitohs. Out to the left they'll go, and Jimmy Ralph offloads it back to Will Kay. He finds a fend. He gets into the backfield, Kay, but he's brought down very quickly by the number 1. Wilmot there, getting to the rampaging man very quickly. They'll go right. Wakabashi, the bomb downfield. But Luka Magic is back there to take it brilliantly, and he gets around 1, and a courageous return there as well, getting 8 or 10 odd meters.
Yep, and here we go. The Rabbitohs again working their way out of their own danger zone here, only getting to the 20 at the moment for their second tackle. The Panthers, they're not happy, and their defense is showing up. The Rabbitohs might have to kick out of trouble here, Eddie.
Tyson plays it underneath to Lowe, who can't break away from a tackle. They're just up over the 40. Will they go and try their hand at a 40-20? Coleman tries it, but he's lost his compass. It gets picked up by Magic. Well, they might get one more attempt. I think Coleman's not going to put his hand up for this one. He'll go back here to Mike Tyson, and he's got a big boot on in as well. Murray collects it on the full for the return. Riley Murray. And gets brought down there quite convincingly as well by the Rabbitohs defenders. But the prop forward has got a bit of a boot on him there, eh, Mac?
Yeah, every now and then the props will stand up and put a boot to ball, and it's 50-50 whether or not it's worth following. So, there we go. Wilmot picks it up. And, well, Panthers again missing another prime opportunity here to get into the scoring territory.
Oh, no. Boy. Watch out. Intercept from Turner. Picked it up to absolute charm. And now they're on the front foot. He went deep into the line there, the number 7, the Rabbitohs. And if you go deep into the line, you never play long. You always hand it off short. And sometimes even you just hold on to it. Panthers on the front foot. Driving for the line. Murphy will get turned around onto their back, and they're going to go up to the bunker.
Well, again, this is, I think, the first time that the Panthers are sort of spreading it out that way. They've not really used Dom Ponkston in attack or the centers out that way, so they're at least fresh, but it wonders why that they're only really focusing on this left hand of the field, Eddie.
There has to be something to it. Nepo Goat there, going to be brought down short. 4th it is. They go left, a flat ball. McKinnon, he's going to get there. And the Rabbitohs concede their first try of the second half to the Penrith Panthers.
And I suppose there's your answer. Why throw it out the other side when this side of the field is going to score anytime they get the ball? So unfortunate there for the Rabbitohs. A bit of offload madness, ending their winning streak in this game once more. And unless Riley Murray has a bit of a shocker here, we're about to be all locked up at 12 all.
We'll hold off just for the conversion. Murray does convert, and they conceded a very similar way the Rabbitohs to they did to their first half try against Nepo Go, overrunning the play and just overreading the ball runner. That time it was a very flat pass out of dummy half. It wasn't forward. It was a beautiful pass from Will Kay, and it brought up their defensive line of the Rabbitohs, overrunning it and pretty much just giving the opportunity for Lachlan McKinnon to find his front and hold a bit more momentum than he normally would if a conventional tackle was made on him. So very well done. Will Kay with the ball in hand, just going to wind it up off the back fence. And we're locked up here at 12 points all.
It's going to be interesting how the rest of this game goes, considering how low scoring affair it has been. I'll just mention though, the Rabbitohs, they know how to win a 1-point affair. I wonder who on the Panthers will stand up and take that kick if they get in the position.
Well, Kane Nielsen and Chris Wakabayashi in the halves. Murray now running it up through the middle. We've still got a bit of time to go till we'll probably see these teams worrying about the 1 point. There might be some tries left in there. We still don't know. It's a mystery. 20 minutes left in round 4, and it is going to be left down. Potentially, we're looking to the final minutes of regular time. Wakabayashi, the punt cross field, to be taken in here by Freeburn. And a strong carrier there from Freeburn, just up to the 15-meter mark. First now. Rabbitohs go right. Manning off to Kevin Dixon. Driving it up to the 25-meter mark, second, and Ted McDonald goes right. The short ball from Coleman off to Tyson, who finds the backfielder. A good run from the prop forward, but not much speed to back it up. 5 short of the halfway, third now. They'll go right and back onto the inside. High tackle made on the Rabbitohs fullback. And this is going to potentially tell the story for the rest of the game here.
Yeah, that's a bit of a coach killer penalty there. That was 4th tackle. Just over the 50-meter mark, and here the Rabbitohs, they're going to be starting 30 meters out, probably tackled on the 30-meter line here. So if the trend is when the Panthers make an error, the Rabbitohs score, Panthers fans, hold on to your seat because this is not going to be pretty.
You're about to be taken for a ride, Panthers fans. McDonald out of dummy half. He breaks away from one. He'll drive up to the 15-meter mark. And they're going to send it left now here, the Rabbitohs. A short ball off to the prop forward on the 15-meter line. Ted McDonald. Rabbitohs players either side. Back on the inside. Oh, Ryan Wilmets. He got hit high and he's gone back for the same play for 5th tackle, though. They're going to look for a good grubber here, the Rabbits. They need it. Oh, and he's just going to hold on to it. That is not the play that they would have wanted.
No, it's not the 5th tackle option that the Rabbitohs needed. They got a little bit complacent there and didn't really push as hard as they needed to for the Panthers. If they can muscle up here and keep the Panthers down, however, this might prove to be a consistent set, and back-to-back against the Panthers might be enough to get back over the line again.
Big shot put on, picked up. Coleman, he's going to run to the line. The Rabbitohs fans, a stand is won. Coleman is going to bring them into the lead and break the deadlock.
Well, say what you want, but 6-7, they're both over, and this is tit for tat for both teams. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. Anytime the Panthers make a mistake, the Rabbitohs just capitalize, and they've got 17 minutes left to hold on to this lead now, Eddie.
And a bit of ferocity in the defense there from the Rabbitohs. A big shot put on from a short pass. And then the ball was just in the field of play, and there was only one man, Dion Coleman, who put his hand up. Some blistering speed to find the backfield and pull away from the Panthers, who didn't have much chance to try and bring him down because you're not going to stop him from there, Mac?
No. And so the question needs to be here for the Panthers, now that they've got their prop interchanges for the second half, who is going to stand up and try to do the same sort of hit that the Rabbitohs just did to their boy?
Ryan Wilmot off the back fence. You've got some big props here in Panthers. Who's going to stand up? Who's going to try and turn this around with defense? Because you just feel like that's the only way that they're going to get the ball back in some good possession. Left they go, but McDonald just holds on to it, gets a fend away. 35 out from their own line. Rabbitohs ball in hand. 3rd tackle. Wilmot, he's going to go for a run himself. They're really just trying to wind down this clock here, the Rabbitohs. 2 players are just running it out of the ruck, and they'll go for the early kick on 4th tackle. Well, that is very bold. Murray to collect it, and he's going to go into touch. Riley Murray. Flabbergasted with himself. Has lost his sense of direction and has gone into touch here at a core.
Well, all you can say is that that's some frustration mixed in with some fatigue, because Riley Murray does not normally make mistakes like that. And Dylan Murray almost making them pay for it there, Eddie.
There's a few holes here in this Panthers line. There are a few. They'll put the number 7 onto his back. Well, actually, we might need the bunker for this because I didn't have a clear view. Oh, okay. They do get him on his back. Will K and McKinnon there with a try saver. No try. We'll go back out to the 10, but this just gives the Rabbitohs more room to work the ball. And you feel like the momentum's with there. There's no... Oh, there was a huge hole. But thankfully, the Panthers, it wasn't taken advantage of. Flat out to the left-hand side. McDonald goes there. Out to Tyson. The long ball out to Coleman. Dion Coleman trying to find a double, but he won't. And once more, we're going up. Well, this is going to be testing the Panthers' goal line defense here. Far left hand to the upright. With the ball in hand, Rabbitohs. Can the Panthers hold on? Well, this is the game in the balance. If they concede here, it's game over. It's 4th. They go back down the short side. Jai Cologne, not going to go too far. Brought down 2 meters out. Coleman's calling for it in the pocket. He puts in the grubber. It gets ricocheted by Will K. Not called 6 more by the referee, but a crash dive by the prop forward. And they go back-to-back the Rabbitohs.
Well,
whoa, hang on.
Oh.
No try by the ref.
Oh, okay. We'll wait till the bunker comes back for it.
Hang on. They're taking a second with that. There's a cheer from the crowd, and it's given the green lights.
Well, that was not the prettiest of tries at all, Eddie. That was ugly, to say the least. But sometimes you got to settle for ugly, and that's exactly what the Rabbitohs have done here. 2 tries in front, 13 minutes left. Things are slowly slipping away here from the Panthers.
And we're locked up 12 points of difference, 24 points to 12. Panthers down. Rabbitohs. They've found a gear. It's not pretty with what Amax said, but I think that it shows the desperation and the passion that they've got for this jersey at the moment. Because they're not leaving anything out there on the field all to chance.
No, and as we've seen in weeks previously, the Panthers do know how to turn it on and score very quickly and very dangerously. Whether or not they'll be able to, considering how difficult this game has been so far, is another question.
It just feels like if that is going to happen, the Rabbitohs have got to give an opportunity here. Panthers looking for an arrow this set from the Rabbitohs, but are they going to be too wise and not give them what they want? 35 out from their own line. Rabbitohs, ball in hand. And McDonald goes left out to the man who just scored the try. It was a brilliant one as well from him. Short of the halfway mark, 3rd. They'll go left and the short ball from Tyson. Off here now to Kevin Dixon. 45 out from this Panthers line. Quick play the ball. They send it straight down the short side. Free burn into the backfield. A courageous tackle. He breaks away from one and gets brought down with an ankle tap. And they go 80 meters. Coleman with the ball, putting up the bomb. There's nobody really at home. The winger has to come crossfield to collect it. And Lecky Tua with the try saver, trying to find the backfield. But that's a brilliant kick return from the winger.
Oh, Tua, he almost got away from those defenders there, but they were desperate and they were dragging him down. And Wilmot, he's back now, so he should be able to stop any running off down the field, as that's a very slow play the ball there, Eddie.
McKinnon there. Rabbitohs slowing it down to milk this clock. Panthers now, 3rd tackle. They're going to go deep out to the right. Will K, oh my gosh, how's that not a knock on? The referee, I'm not sure what he's looking at there. It's 4th here, though. He goes back. Oh, Will K's just going to run it this time. Doesn't trust the pass. And I wouldn't after throwing something like that. 50 meters gained here for the Panthers this set. Into the pocket for Valentine. That's an absolute shocker. Picked up by Murray. He's not going to go anywhere. And it's just fallen apart for the Panthers here in this set.
Yeah, this is not how the Panthers came tonight thinking this would go. They came off a massive win last week. And I suppose they also had a massive win in round 1 against the Eels as well. So they were almost getting used to having big blowout games. And now that the Rabbitohs have shown up and basically held them out consistently, the frustration's really piling on. And, well, the errors are following.
Finn Manning playing the ball. They'll come right. The block play out to Coleman. He'll play it short off into the middle of the field there for the Rabbitohs. 4th tackle here. The set's gone pretty quick here. Right they go. Tyson holding on to it. Right hand to the upright. Do they put 1 point over and make it more than 2 converted tries? You never know. And Vid Meriton punts it crossfield. And taken, tap back. Picked up by Murphy. And they hold on the Panthers, but is it too far gone?
Well, 12 points in 7 minutes. It's not.
Oh, hang on! Shut the gate! Here he is. He's alive. Riley Murray. He's woken up from the dead. He's going to go downfield. This time not into touch, but he's going to go straight underneath the sticks with 6, 7 minutes to go. The Panthers, they've shown some life.
Oh, didn't I say it wasn't inconceivable there for the Panthers to hit back? They had to score then, because now they've given themselves 6 minutes and a couple of sets to get up and level it. We might have one hell of a comeback here, and wouldn't that just be painful for those Rabbitohs fans sitting in a core stadium right now?
Oh, I would hate to be a Rabbitohs fan right now, but just as well a Panther. They're both on the edge of their seat. Never say die. Riley Murray, that's the attitude with that run. And it's been a game of emotions for the fullback, hasn't it, AMAC? He's been through it all, but that's what happens when you face your demons right there.
Well, I mentioned earlier, I compared him to another Penrith, ex-Penrith player, Brodie Kennedy. That's what Brodie Kennedy used to do. He'd be quiet for about 60 minutes of the game, and then he would just explode explosively. So if Riley Murray can pull this off, he will etch himself into Panthers lore. But, well, they've already started this as quite a nice set so far already.
Yeah, they've got to find a line break, though, here, the Panthers. And they're going to go straight back to their man. Murray, brilliant run. Up onto the halfway. There's no fullback at home, third tackle, and they're going to shift it as well. They go right now, the Panthers, looking for their dangerous winger, and Ponkston. Oh, he's going to go into touch. Oh, my gosh. He stays in the field to play. Oh, my. Back to Rusty Shackelford. I think that they're too far out for an attacking kick, though, the Panthers. They're going to want to look for a good kick chase from the kick from Kane Nelson. And they kick it off to Ryan Wilmot, who is... I wouldn't be kicking to. Oh, Wilmot! Oh, my God! The opposition fullback nearly just going the length of the field against the Panthers. But they need to force an error here. The Panthers, they need to find something. No point in slowing down the play of the ball because the clock's against you. You've still got 6 points to try and find. Joshua Lowe goes straight through. Just up over the halfway. Rabbitohs giving it all they've got to try and make them go the longest possible distance. Tyson with the offload. Murray driven back. Very strong tackle. Well read. Oh, they need to get up quickly. You don't want to give away 6 again. They'll go left here now. Panthers. On the defense, they give away a line break to Lowe. And in attacking field position now, the Rabbitohs. The ball will be sent out left from Ted McDonald. The grubber kick picked up by Kane Nelson. And they've got to go. They've got to go 90.
Yeah, the Rabbitohs, they screamed off down the field and were able to keep the Panthers locked up here in their red zone. And now they're struggling to come out. So they need a good line break here. As Preston Beats almost gets through, they need to give it to Murray. They need to give it to their quick boys because time is running away.
Maybe a Will K line break. No, he's going nowhere. Well, it's a 40-20 now to get down there. That's the only hope they've got. The man's out to the right. He wants it, Nelson. He punts it. Is it going to have the angle? No, it won't. It gets taken by Dylan Murray. And there's a minute to go now, the Rabbitohs, so hold on. Panthers, you need an error. They go left. Low with the ball. Brought down on the 40. And they're slowing the play of the ball down, the Panthers. I don't think that's the thing you want to be doing right now. And that was a question ball at a dummy half there. I thought that was forward. That's third now. They'll go left. Rabbitohs. Short. Off to Joshua Lowe. This might be the final play of the game. It might be. The clock's going down. They'll get one more. Rabbitohs. Short out to the left. Dixon. He holds on to it. The Rabbitohs faithful stand as one and applaud their team. What a game to finish off round 4. The Rabbitohs at home defeat the Panthers at 24 points to 18. and it was a thriller to the end. As we go to look at stats here from both sides, and that possession, AMAC definitely leveled out at full time.
Yeah, it's amazing how actually getting your hands on the ball and scoring a couple can really swing the game in your favour there with that possession. We've got 51 to 49%. That was, well, it was 40 to 60 in that first half as those completions again. 5 errors to 8 errors there for the Panthers. That's where the Panthers lost it tonight, Eddie.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially in that second half, they just left it a little bit too late. And look at the meters gained from both sides. 1,268 and 1,065 there for the Rabbitohs. Very well done from both sides. It was a brilliant game of footy. As we go to look at our individual stats here for the South Sydney Rabbitohs, just slowly going through the list, well, you have to say, AMAC, it was a team performance that won them the game tonight.
Yeah, at the end of the first half, no Rabbitoh had run 100 metres. The highest was Wilmot at 97, and now we've got quite a few. There's been Meriton 127, Papopolis 123 there for a prop who doubled back on later on in the second half is absolutely phenomenal. Couple of other standouts, that defence, Joshua Lowe, 25 tackles, a couple of missed, but you know he held up his end of the field. There's the captain. There's Ryan Wilmot, 206 run meters, 15 tackles, none missed, 4 line breaks of his own. Of course, a try. Easily stood up and made sure he guided his team for the win tonight, Eddie.
Absolutely did. A captain's knock there from Ryan Wilmot. As we go to look at the Penrith Panthers, unfortunately not victors, but they did have some standouts. As we quickly just talk about Trayvon Sakahu, he played the first 40 at second row. And by that time, he already ran 130 meters. I reckon you put him there for the full 80 if he's got the fitness, because he's got a very high work rate and wanting to play very hard. Will Kay just down there. He ran for 182 meters, 38 tackles, only 1 missed, 5 line breaks. And I did see previously, he made 7 one-on-one tackles, Will Kay. A lot of those would have been on his own goal line. A brilliant performance from the number 9, and he was very tired towards the back end of that second half. A few wayward passes as we slowly go down to Nepo Goat. Only played 65 minutes in that lock position, but they got the first try of the game. They ran for 3 line breaks, 125 running meters, 25 tackles. A lot of defense from some players out there this evening. Riley Murray, though, he came alive towards the end of that second half, running for 336 running meters. Well, the statisticians are going to be looking at that one towards the break, coming into round 5 to see where that stands for the highest meters gained in a game. 6 line breaks. He only kicked for 9 meters, 3 conversions, the 1 try. A very good performance and a wholehearted one there from the Rabbitohs. Chris Wakabayashi kicked well, made the tackles and ran well too, 444 meters. But that's it. Thank you all so much for joining us. The round 4, that's it in a nutshell. Right there, 24 points to 18. A brilliant game to end off. Eddie Oliver, as always, thank you so much. Joined by Anthony McDonald. A pleasure.